Welcome back, lattes and cappuccinos, to Coffee Table Zero's Plays Final Fantasy IX. Bloodlust podcast part 5.
Damn.
I assume it's got to be at any fucking moment now. It has to be.
Alex.
What?
Tell me a story.
You want me to tell you a story?
Yeah, tell me a story. Tell me, like I gave you the Cliff Notes of The Outsiders, you give me a Cliff Notes of a book now. I want to hear a story.
Not a book, but one of my favorite movies that I can never remember the name of. It's got this guy, and I've been trying to find it, and I'm sure through now and actually putting through an effort of trying to find it, we'll figure out what it is.
Okay. Let's do it. What movie is it?
I don't think it's Robin Williams.
Okay, but it's Robin Williams.
But let's say it's Robin Williams.
Okay.
It might be Philip Seymour Hoffman, actually. I don't know. But let's say it's Robin Williams.
Okay.
Robin Williams, in a slightly pseudo-future, has the ability to record, not himself, but he works as a person who works for a company who you can actually, like, once somebody dies, you can get their memories and, like, put it on display, because it's like a thing you get when you're a kid, like an implant, like nanomachines or whatever. And it's like, hey, you can, once this person dies, you kind of put together like a little package, like, hey, here was their life through their eyes. Here's like a little 30-minute thing. Sure. And it's conceptually super, super cool. I don't want to ruin all of it. But when he was younger, he also has the
chip?
No, he doesn't have the chip.
Oh, he doesn't.
He doesn't have the chip. But when he was younger, he was friends with a kid who, how do I say this? Maybe he did have the chip. God, it's
Okay.
It's been so long. Either he or his friend had the chip.
Okay.
Now he's older. He works for the company that does the, hey, compile the memories, yada, yada, yada.
Sure.
When he and his friend were young, they were playing in like this abandoned factory, and there's like a big pit, and there's a board going across, right? And they're like, oh, okay, you got a tightrope walk across the big board to the other side of the factory thing, right? He gets to Robin Williams crosses across, and then his friend gets halfway through and falls, and he carries that with him forever because he's like, fuck this, my friend died. Like, and like he's always like regretted it and all this kind of stuff. And they go to a part where there's a police investigation now that he's older, not about his friend falling, but he's helping with this case that's related to the family or some shit like that.
To the kid who fell.
Yeah. Again, totally unrelated to that kid itself, but in some way he's got to go through his own implant that he's got.
Oh, okay, so you can go through the implant before you die.
Which isn't something that normally happens.
Oh, okay, but for crimes. I was going to say, this sounds awesome for crimes.
Yeah, and the movie kind of goes through a lot of things of like, oh,
Can you imagine the viewing party for Jeffrey Dahmer? Like they just put his memories on display, and they're like, oh shit, let's see what this guy went through.
I mean, maybe?
You know what I mean? Like I feel like in that type of world, it'd be like hey, in the memorial service for this person, we're going to play the chip. Right? How good is this chip, I guess is the better question.
It's what your eyes
It's
see.
1 for 1 what your eyes see?
1 for 1.
Oh shit. Okay, so like, yeah, like,
sight and sound.
Could you imagine if they're like, now playing in theaters, selected in a year, Jeffrey Dahmer's memory. You know what I mean? Or like at funerals, like if someone dies, you play their chip through the entirety of the funeral.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah, like that's cool.
Yeah,
like, yeah.
Again, I have no idea what this movie is called.
Okay.
I don't remember who it stars.
Okay.
I just remember.
Wait, is that how it ends?
No, I don't want to tell you how it ends.
No, come on, tell me how it ends. Oh, really? Is that good of a movie? You want to find it and tell me what it is?
It has been over 15 years.
Then how do you know it's not good? How do you know it's good? You probably over romanticized it or something. What is it? No, just tell me how it ends. Nah, don't leave me hanging. I told you how freaking Pony Boy, Stay Golden Pony Boy, right. And that was a classic.
All right, so
all right, Now, tell me, I want to know it through your eyes. I'll still watch it.
Yeah.
I'll still watch it with
so
you.
the police get whatever information that they need from his memories, and while he's in there, he's like,
in where? While he's in where?
while he's in his own memories.
Oh, okay,
like,
so he's
looking
viewing
at-
them. Okay.
He's like, I'm gonna go back and see. You know, I'm gonna see my friend's face one more time.
Oh.
And he goes back, and he realizes that the fall was not as far as he thought it was. Because, like, you know, his friend falls, he goes to the edge, and he's like, oh my god! And, you know,
Does he see his friend, like, dead?
he sees his friend on the floor.
On the floor, right.
But the shock of it all, he thinks it's way deeper than it actually was. And, like, his friend actually starts to get up, and he sees that, but obviously him at the time, he just, you know, got up and ran away to go get help or whatever. So he thought his friend died down there.
Did he not tell anyone?
No, he went to go get
Help.
He went to go get help,
Okay,
but he
yeah.
never like.
Clicked it together.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he thought his friend died down there because he never saw him again. But fall wasn't as far, and he started to kind of like get up a little bit as you know, as Robin Williams got up from the hole and ran to go get help.
Sure.
So he's like it's like a huge like emotional thing of like, oh my god, he wasn't dead. He's not dead. That means he's somewhere alive. And I don't remember if they ever actually like meet up again. I don't remember the.
How do you not know that as a kid?
So the shock.
No, I get the shock. No, I get the shock part. But like, why don't they tell him like a week later, being like, "Hey, your friend's doing okay. Thank God you went to go save him, or got help." Nobody came up.
The
to
family moved.
They moved.
Yeah. Again, I'm probably getting a lot of details wrong.
Okay.
Because like,
So how does the movie end? The movie ends with him discovering he's not dead.
yeah, that his friend's not dead. Because I think he like blamed himself
For everything.
for everything or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Because I think he was like, yo, hey, let's cross this board, and crossed it first, and it was fine, and then his friend fell. Again, I don't remember anything about what this movie is about, aside from...
Who's the dead friend? It's either Robin Williams or
No.
Philip Seymour Hoffman?
No. The main character is like Robin Williams or
Versus-
Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Oh, okay.
I don't remember any of the other actors.
Okay.
I don't remember anything else about this fucking movie. But
It's a good movie?
I've never been able to not remember this movie.
But it's a good movie.
I
From
like-
what you remember.
From what I remember, yeah.
Okay. What a
So if
weird
you-
concept.
So if you guys know what movie that is, you know, definitely like...
leave it in the comments.
But again, that's
And tell him what part he's wrong about.
I know, right? That's always what I get so interested in stories about, of like, hey, give us something that's, you know, it's grounded, but give it just that little etch of sci-fi, that little etch of fantasy, that little bit of fiction in this, obviously.
That exponent that gives it flavor.
Yeah,
Hey, you like westerns? Here's vampires.
exactly.
And Vampire D did a great job doing that.
What's on sale
you
right
like
now?
you like dreams? Here's Inception.
Oh, so good.
You know what I mean? Like that little tinge of sci-fi where it's like, okay, cool.
You give it that twist on, hey, this is all modern. There's not really like a thing that goes with it, but here's a little twist on how do we make the story cool or interesting. I really would like to figure out what that movie is, though, because like I've never been able to remember it. For some reason, I always get... Maybe it just came out in the era of like the Butterfly Effect or Vanilla Sky. Like it's in that era.
Oh
of
wow,
movies
those were
coming
in the
out.
same era?
Pretty sure.
Do you know what Vanilla Sky is about? Have you seen Vanilla
Oh
Sky?
god, I haven't seen that probably since it came out.
It was the first time I ever saw boobies.
Yeah, some big old titties.
Yeah, there were some nice boobies in that movie. I didn't know there were gonna be boobies in that movie. That was another thing. I think I was in middle school when I saw that movie. Early high school, early middle school.
You see tits till you were in high school?
Yeah. Well, I didn't see them. To my leisure, let's say. Like if I did see them, it'd be like, oh, my friend has a porn magazine. No, gotta go through these quickly because I don't want them to know I'm a freaking pervert. Or one time we did find like some porno in the middle of the alleyway, and me and my friends were like, haha, wouldn't that be funny if we took it home? And then we all got home and we're like, we should go back for it. And we went back for it and it was gone.
Rookie mistake.
Yeah. But Vanilla Sky, right? Vanilla Sky. I can't tell you dick about what that movie's about. Do you want to piece it together and see if we can remember?
We can try.
Okay. So
Car accident.
Oh, I don't. Oh, okay. I do remember the car accident.
That's like the whole plot.
Yeah, I remember the car accident.
Because it's them as they're falling, right? Like the movie's
them who?
It's
wait. Who are the actresses? There's two actresses in there. One of them is
One's an actor.
One is well, yeah, it's Tom Cruise, is it?
I think it's Tom Cruise, yeah.
Or
Maybe
is it
Kutcher?
My Name is Earl? Because My Name is Earl was also in that movie.
I don't know.
My Name is Earl. I feel so bad. I can never remember what that dude's name is. Try like Gideon Graves or something like that.
Gideon Graves.
Yeah.
The bad guy from Capitol Hill.
Yeah, that guy, you know. So... Okay, hold on. So from what I remember that movie, I remember the ending more than I remember the in-betweens and the booby parts. Who was... So there's the beautiful brown waifu girl, right? And then there's Crazy Psycho X-Girl.
Right.
Who was Crazy Psycho X-Girl?
I do not remember.
I think it was it Reese Witherspoon?
Maybe?
Was it Gwyneth Paltrow?
Dude,
It was some tall, beautiful blonde girl, if I remember correctly, right?
I can look it up.
Nah, it'll be fine. Because isn't
Let's just
this
get
like one
facts.
of the worst put together movies ever?
Dude, I've seen Vanilla Sky once.
Okay, so it starts off with the car crash. He wakes up, everything's okay, right? Right?
I thought it was him like reliving memories.
I think I remember.
Suicide, right?
No.
No?
Was it a suicide? I don't think it was a suicide.
Hold on, we know the name of this one. I'm gonna look something up real quick.
Wait, hold on. Let's piece it a little bit more together. Let's pretend it's something. Okay, a car crash happens, right? A car crash happens. I remember him being like, "Oh, I woke up at a coffee shop," and him being like, "Oh, maybe that was just a bad dream or something." Are you looking for the synopsis?
Yeah, just real fast. Jesus.
Hold on, can I tell you how the ending goes?
Cameron Crowe. Don't know who that is.
Cameron Crowe as the girl?
I guess.
So, hold on, right? Here's how it ends, right? He finds out he's in a simulation. That's where he is right now.
Is he?
Yeah, he's in a simulation. Because I think he's on life support. Right? And then he finds out he caused the car crash. But it wasn't a suicide. He was trying to, I think,
Prevent something?
kill the girl or something.
Oh,
it was something horrible, right? And he's nosing in the simulation, and he's gonna try to push it to the edge. So he climbs to the top of a very tall building, right? And the simulation goes, "Hey, don't." Like, okay, fine. You want to know what's going on? What's going on is that you're in a coma, in a hospital bed, and this simulation's basically making sure that your brain stays alive. And
if you die in this, we don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. No, I think they do say if you die in this, you die for real, right? And he's like, but like the ending is kind of like bittersweet because it is definitely like that. No, hey, this is my choice, right? Like this is my I want this to be my choice because whatever that happened, the incident wasn't my choice. I want this to be my choice, right? And the simulation is like, no, we are part of you. If you die, we go with you, right? So we're not gonna let you do that.
You're sticking around.
And his conviction was so strong that eventually the simulation was like, okay, fine.
You win.
The simulation is definitely like the, hey, no, this is your choice, and I solely exist because you exist. So fine, make your choice.
It's hardcore.
Yeah. So now let's see what the synopsis is.
Vanilla Sky.
Yeah.
The film has been described as an odd mixture of science fiction, romance, and reality warp. It stars Tom Cruise, Penelope Cruz, Cameron Diaz,
that's who it is. It's Cameron
with
Diaz.
Jason Lee and Kurt Russell in supporting roles. It received an Academy Award nomination for Best Original Song, as well as a Screen Actors Guild and Golden Globe Award nominations for Diaz's performance. Plot. Let's see here. Yeah, it's pretty short. I can read that.
Yeah.
David Ames, the owner of a large publishing company he inherited from his father, is in prison. Wearing a prosthetic mask, David tells his life story to court psychologist Dr. Curtis McCabe.
Who's played by Russell Crowe?
I don't know. We'll figure that out.
Oh, okay.
In flashbacks, David leaves the duties of the publisher to his father's trusted associates while living as a playboy in Manhattan.
Oh, very nice.
He is introduced to Sophia Serrano by his best friend Brian Shelby during a party. David and Sophia spend the night together at Sophia's apartment and fall in love. Unaware that David's current lover, Julie Gianni, has followed them there.
Oh.
As David leaves, Julie offers him a ride and soon reveals her jealousy of Sophia. She purposely crashes the car, killing herself and disfiguring David.
Oh.
Doctors cannot repair David's face using plastic surgery, forcing him to wear a prosthetic mask, but the mental and physical scarring from the accident causes him to become withdrawn and depressed. Brian convinces David to join him and Sophia at a club. They leave him in the street outside the club after he becomes drunk and insults them. Which is fair.
Oh, okay.
The next morning, Sophia returns and apologizes to David. She takes him home, the two form a relationship, and he slowly begins to recover. Doctors find a way to repair David's face despite their prior prognosis. Later, he is plagued by bizarre experiences such as brief flashbacks of his disfigurement and an encounter with a mysterious man at a bar who informs him that David is omnipotent, demonstrated by the entire bar falling silent at David's command.
What the fuck does that mean? What is omnipotent? Oh, like he controls the reality.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
One day, while at Sophia's, David awakens to find himself in bed with Julie, whose face has been replaced. Whose face has been replaced. Who has replaced Sophia's in their photographs. Oh. In shock, he suffocates Julie. David is arrested and imprisoned, and his facial disfigurement is mysteriously restored. Dr. McCabe conducts several more interviews, which serve to help David recall the name Life Extension. Seeing a company with that name nearby, McCabe arranges to take David there under guard. Rebecca, a company representative, explains how Life Extension uses cryonic suspension to save those with terminal illnesses until a cure can be found. Keeping them in a lucid dream state to otherwise extend their mind, or exercise their mind.
Okay.
David realizes that he is in cryonic suspension, and the world he inhabits is his own lucid dream, which has become a nightmare. He escapes McCabe and the guards were calling for tech support, and rushes for the building's lobby, which is suddenly empty. An elevator opens, revealing a strange man from the bar.
Okay.
As the elevator climbs to the top of an impossibly tall building, the man explains that he is tech support, and that David has been in suspension for 150 years.
Jesus!
Unable to face the twin traumas of the loss of his love Sophia and his facial injuries, he had opted for Life Extension to be woken when technology could repair his face, and left the publishing company in the hands of his father's associates. As part of the program, David has chosen to experience a lucid dream in which his life would resume the morning after Sophia left him. However, a glitch in the software had caused other elements of his subconscious to distort his dream. They emerge on the rooftop high above the clouds. Tech support tells David that while they have corrected the flaw, he has now a choice of either being returned to the dream or being restored to life, requiring a literal leap of faith off the roof that will wake him from his sleep. David chooses the latter despite McCabe warning him against it. Before jumping, David envisions Brian and Sophia to say his goodbyes. He leaps from the edge of the building and his life flashes before him. David snaps awake as a female voice invites him to open his eyes. That's it.
glad I didn't get to see that movie again. I like my version better.
Yeah, it's
It had way more movies in it.
I mean, there's probably a lot of boobies in it. Interesting.
Yes, very,
no,
let's pick it apart.
No, like, it doesn't sound good.
No, it doesn't.
It just sounds like, oh,
So,
okay. Classical romance. What the fuck is happening
It
here?
sounds
What
like
the fuck?
it sounds like it could have been something we would have read in middle school or high school, sorry.
Sounds like some kind of
that
indie
was
film
only-
we would have seen at the
Like
loft.
like 100 pages
Yeah.
long, you know. Where it's like, "Oh, hey, I don't know. I don't know what the moral of the story is there. Don't
be in a coma
I
by
guess.
cheating on your wife, lover,
Lover, I think.
person.
Remember, kids, the moral of the story is don't cheat on your wife.
I don't know how many more movies we have to keep putting out.
Remember,
where
kids.
that's the moral of the story, kids.
Remember, kids, alcoholism is a disease. Should be eradicated. Thank you, Sonic.
Yeah, thanks, Sonic. What the fuck was that all about? See, now I'm curious. Now I got to see if I can find out the movie I'm talking about.
Oh, the movie you're talking about? Well, I mean, just look at Philip Seymour Hoffman's.
No, because I don't know if it's him or not.
Just look up movie about.
About recording.
Yeah, recording dreams. There
life.
we go. Or recording life. Yeah.
Eyes. Oh wow, that easy. The Final Cut, 2004. Oh my God, is it Robin Williams? It is Robin Williams. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Here we go. All right. Let's see if we can get that proper this time.
Oh! Here's the proper.
Yeah.
Okay.
Set in a world with memory recording implants,
Okay.
Alan Hackman is a cutter, someone with the power of final edit over people's recorded histories. His latest assignment is one that puts him in danger. It's sometime in the near future. Largely on affordability, 1 in 20 people have Zoe implants inserted at birth. They manufactured by iTac. The implants recorded what the host sees over his entire life. It is the job of a cutter to edit the footage post-mortem into a memory for loved ones. The official record of the only good. The official record of only the good, editing out for prosperity the bad, the ugly, and especially the very ugly. So essentially, hey, we're gonna remember this person. Here's all the good stuff.
Here's all the good stuff. Yeah.
We're
not gonna show you every time he jerked it off.
Yeah, exactly. Ethically, cutters cannot combine footage from more than one implant for a memory.
Oh, cool.
Cannot sell footage and cannot have an implant himself.
Oh, cool.
Because they'd be seeing.
Yeah, they'd be
him.
seeing
Okay, makes sense,
it.
makes sense.
Oh, that's some good rules there.
Alan Hackman is known to be the best cutter in the business in his seeming detachment from the subject matter, especially in needing to view that very ugly without judgment. He is arguably able to do so in being a loner, he having a cordial enough business relationship with fellow cutters, with his current girlfriend Delia, and the only other person in his life with some meaning to him. His work and that of his fellow cutters is getting more dangerous as a very vocal anti-implant movement is emerging in society. Protesters picketing at high-profile memorials where a rememory is shown. Oh yeah, they're called rememories.
Okay.
Alan's latest job is the very sensitive one of Charles Bannister, one of the first iTech executives to have his rememory done. 2 issues arise in the process of this job. First, Fletcher, an ex-cutter who long ago left the business for unspecified reasons, approaches Alan wanting either to take over the job or purchase the Bannister footage. Alan, who believes it is to expose the technology for the ill that it has in society by exposing something related to Banner himself. Fletcher, who will go to extreme measures to get that footage. And second, Alan discovers someone in his far past in Bannister's footage, that very bad in Alan's life, which he thought was buried long ago, literally never to rise from the grave.
Oh, weird. All right. So wait. So he's going through this footage, right? He's going through this footage.
Yeah.
He has the option to do what? Basically...
He's cutting up the footage.
Right.
And making a rememory that people can put on display for that person. The final cut.
Wait, is that it? Is that all
that was on IMDb. I'm gonna see if I can try to find
the Wikipedia.
Yeah.
The free encyclopedia
from wikipedia.org. Ooh, apparently not very well liked. 6.1 on IMDb and a 36% on Rotten Tomatoes. Let's see here.
It's got a cool concept.
Yeah. How long is this? Okay, this is pretty short. So, this one's from Wikipedia, the other one was from IMDb. A brief introduction describes cutters who edit the collected memories of the recently dead into feature-length memorials that are viewed by loved ones at funerals. Their code forbids them to mix footage from implants, to have the requisite implant, or to sell memories.
Are these like? Is this a company? Do you know? Are these a company? It's gotta be a company.
Yeah, it's
okay.
Yeah. The film opens with Alan Hackman as a child. While visiting a city with his parents, he meets another boy, Lewis.
Oh, while visiting a city. Okay.
That makes more sense. And the two bond as they play together. Lewis reluctantly joins Hackman in exploring an abandoned factory, and Hackman crosses a wooden plank suspended high above the ground. Goaded by Hackman, Lewis also attempts to cross the plank, but he loses his confidence and falls. Hackman races to the ground and panics when he steps in what he thinks is Lewis's blood. Hackman flees the scene and tells no one what had happened. Later that day, he leaves the city with his parents.
Oh.
That's what it is. Okay. Years later, the adult Hackman, played by Robin Williams, has become a skilled cutter who specializes in editing the memories of controversial people into hagiographies. When Fletcher, played by Jim Caviezel, a former cutter, confronts him at a funeral, Hackman describes himself as a sin eater who brings redemption to the immoral.
Cool. Do you know what sin eaters are?
A sin eater is a person who consumes a ritual meal in order to spiritually take on the sins of a deceased person.
Yeah. Like,
gross.
No, but do you know about that?
No. Never heard of that before.
So, on the podcast Lore, they talk about that, which is really cool. You basically pay a person, you eat on top of their grave, and you take on whatever sin they did so they get a free pass into heaven.
Jesus.
Right?
We could just all do that?
Yeah. And people got paid for that. So they basically got paid to have a lunch on top of somebody's grave. To be like, yeah, I'll take it all.
What is a god to a non-believer? It's a free lunch.
It's a free lunch.
Going back to it. Fletcher offers him $500,000 for the memories of his latest client, wealthy businessman Charles Bannister, that Hackman refuses. In a later meeting, Fletcher demands the memory recording so that he can use Bannister, who he suspects was a pedophile, as a scandal to shut down.
What the fuck?
As a scandal to shut down iTech, the implant manufacturer.
Oh, okay.
Hackman again refuses, and, worried for his safety, uses his knowledge from memory tapes to shake down a shady criminal for a pistol. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna take a drink.
Oh, okay. I'm just thinking like freaking elevator music's going on right now. Thank you guys for joining us the intermission of this very long synopsis.
We're getting there, sorry. Okay. As Hackman works through Bannister's memories, he encounters a scene that implies that Bannister was molesting his daughter, Isabel. Hackman wordlessly deletes it and presses on. He eventually comes upon a person that he is convinced must be his childhood friend, Lewis. Excited, he sets up a meeting with Bannister's family to find out more information. Bannister's wife, Jennifer, is dismissive, but Isabel reveals that the man, recently dead of a car crash, was a teacher named Lewis Hunt. Hoping that Hunt had an implant, Hackman organizes a break-in at iTech, but they have no record of Hunt. Instead, Hackman finds a file on himself, which he is surprised to find documents his parents' purchase of an implant for him.
So he doesn't know he has it.
He doesn't know he has it.
Oh,
In his distress, Hackman turns to his lover, Delia. At his apartment, he shows her the equipment that he uses to view memories, and he demonstrates surreal footage from a defective implant. He leaves her alone as he seeks help from an anti-implant protester who have discovered a way to block the implant through specialized body modification. When he returns to find his apartment in disarray, he assumes that Fletcher has broken in. Instead, Delia confronts him, having found memory tapes that document her prior relationship. She accuses him of voyeurism and angrily destroys his memory viewer, which results in Bannister's files also being damaged.
Wait, whoa, what does that mean? What does voyeurism mean?
Watching somebody else have sex. Without the knowledge of those persons. You're sneaking into season.
Is that what that means?
Yeah, voyeurism. Voyeurism is the sexual interest or practice of watching other people engaged in intimate behaviors such as undressing, sexual activity, or other actions usually considered to be of a private nature.
So...
What? Why are you confused?
What? Isn't that just everybody then? Who watches porn?
No. You're not watching porn. You're going and watching somebody else.
Yeah. Porn.
No. You're going to where they're doing it.
But what's the difference?
They don't know you're there.
They don't know you're there on the internet.
What are you talking about?
I don't know. But, okay, it's just the explicit saying, hey, I'm watching you.
I get off on watching other people who don't know I'm watching them.
Oh, that's the intended.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're getting at. Okay. I thought you meant, like, anybody who likes to watch porn.
No.
And I'm like, isn't that fucking everyone?
No. Fletcher and his associate finally break in, but they find nothing. Hackman tells Bannister's wife that he erased the footage was lost in an accident, and she feigns disappointment, content to let dirty secrets stay hidden. Hackman asks his colleagues to recover live footage from his own implant, a potentially deadly process. They agree, but admonish him that he can never cut memories again. A cutter with an implant is a violation of the cutter's code.
Yep. But I didn't know. My parents put it in me.
The resulting memories show Hackman attempted to dissuade Lewis from crossing the plank and stepping in red paint, not blood. Hackman, relieved, visits Hunt's grave, but is confronted by Fletcher, who has learned about Hackman's implant. After chasing Hackman through a graveyard, he hesitates and seems willing to let Hackman go. However, Fletcher's associates kill Hackman. In the last scene, Fletcher loads Hackman's memories into a viewer and promises to use them for the greater good. As he pages through Hackman's memories, looking for evidence of Bannister's guilt, he sees Hackman watching himself in a mirror, and the memory implant lingers on that scene after Hackman has left.
I don't get it. After Hackman has left. What did he leave?
I think it's insinuating that he was able to, like, fuck with his own so people can't use it.
Oh, he found out how to?
Yeah, because he talked with the anti-implant people, and they're like, yeah, you can block it with body mods.
Weird.
Isn't it strange? I'm gonna have to watch that movie at some point here.
Drunk watch, maybe?
Oh, that could be fun.
Yeah, that'd be a really fun drunk watch. Interesting.
Movies are weird.
Robin Williams in a serious movie is always like, I don't know.
You ever see him in 1 Hour Photo?
No. What the fuck's 1 Hour Photo?
You don't know what 1 Hour Photo is?
No.
You ever see the memes of Robin Williams working in like a fucking Walgreens? And he like hands the fucking action figure to the kid and goes Neon Genesis Evangelion?
Oh! That's where it's from? I thought it was from an advertisement.
No, that's 1 Hour Photo.
Okay, so what is it? Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Yeah. He works as a dude at like a Walgreens photo development.
Okay, and this is a serious movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. He's kind of friends with this girl who has a son. The kid who he gives the Neon Genesis.
Oh, okay.
And he's kind of like obsessing over this woman.
Oh.
And then realizes that she's got this boyfriend. And he's like, okay, cool, I'll kind of back off. But realizes that the boyfriend is an asshole and is cheating on her.
Oh, perfect. All right.
And from there, it's hey, I'm gonna use these photos because I'm gonna fucking put you and the girl that he's
Interested in.
yeah, well, his mistress is actually. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna take photos of you guys, develop the photos, and then give them to.
Oh, fuck, to her. Yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, "What the fuck did you do? This is super weird." It's a weird movie.
Okay. So wait, she didn't like that, or she did like that?
I mean, she's definitely like.
Does he get with the girl? Or
I don't think so.
no,
I
it
think,
ends bad.
I think it ends bad.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, because they go in there because they develop photos all the time. That's how he gets to know them. And in the latest batch of photos that they go, that's where he sneaks in the photos, and Son is looking at the.
Oh no!
At them, and he's like, and they're like in the car, and he's like, Mom, and she looks over and she sees that, and she's like, what the fuck? And the scene cuts, and yeah, super weird. But like, when he's taking pictures of the guy and his mistress, he's like, you guys got to be close, but don't actually fucking touch. Like he's definitely like lost it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another good movie. That's Robin Williams in another serious role. Haven't you ever seen Good Will Hunting?
I'm not.
Oh, bro, no.
I've seen Dead Poet Society.
Classic. Yeah, dude, like, fucking, oh man, I haven't seen Good Will Hunting in its entirety, like in a full sitting, probably in like 15 years.
What is it? Is it a what? Okay, so I always associate that movie with like Thanksgiving. Is it a Thanksgiving movie?
Not really.
Oh, okay. So then, like, I feel like I see a lot of fall imagery in that movie.
It's because it takes place in like the East Coast.
Okay. Oh, okay. Is that all you want to tell me about it, or you want to? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna tell one of my movies. Okay. So once upon a time ago, I was at Big Lots, right?
Is this a movie?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm just giving you a little bit of backstory, asshole.
Well, I wasn't sure. You said I'm going to tell you about a movie, and then you started with I was at Big Lots.
So I was at Big Lots, and I see my favorite ever hero cast member on the front of one of these movies, right?
Hold on. Let me see if I can try to guess. Is it Hero?
No.
Is it Kessler?
No.
It's not Kessler. Is it Cessler?
Nope.
No, that's... Who's the bad guy? Who's the finger cut across your head? Who's that guy? What's his name?
Siler.
Siler. Damn it. Cessler was close.
Do you know who plays him?
No, I couldn't.
I can't remember either, but he's so hot. I only like him in that one. I don't like him when he's actually hot.
Here, go give us a save.
Oh, okay. So
Siler.
It's not Siler. It's Peter Petrelli.
The main guy?
Yeah, the main guy. Right? So, because he reminds me a lot of Tobey Maguire.
That's fair. Yeah, I could say that.
But he's different. And I like him. What's his power again?
Peter Petrelli?
Yeah. What's his power?
If he comes into contact with you, he's kind of like Rogue, where he just kind of stockpiles power.
That was his power?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So, anyway.
Which is why when Hero, like, future Hero, would start, like, coming back and stuff, a future Peter Petrelli would also start coming back, because he also got that power.
Oh. So, remember George Takei was in that?
Oh, my.
You remember that?
Nope.
He was dad. He was Hero's dad.
Oh my god, was he really?
Yeah, he was Hero's dad. Yeah.
I haven't seen Heroes in so fucking
We should
long.
watch that.
We
should watch that. It probably hasn't aged
Let's
well.
watch Lost instead.
No, one.
If
Just season one. Just season one
what's
of
the
Heroes.
point? No.
No, we don't see the clown season. Well, season 2 was actually good too. 3 is the clown season, which I don't even know.
Let's just watch Lost.
All right. So here's this movie, right? I see him in it, and I'm like, I want to see this movie. The movie is called Pathology.
Pathology.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
You didn't save. Go save.
I didn't. No, you're right. I will go save. So this movie, right? I can't remember dick about it, other than the really fucked up parts. Because this movie was very akin to horror / like just very like what's the word? Disturbing imagery. There's a lot of disturbing imagery in the movie, right? And I was like, I can, because I knew what I was getting into. It's a movie about learning how dead bodies work.
Okay.
Right? Like, oh, here's how to drain. You're basically learning how to be a mortician. Right?
Oh, okay.
And so, young mortician student Peter Petrelli is learning how to do bodies when he hooks up with the bad kids in class, right?
That's what it does.
And he's like, oh, these kids are cool. They know how to party, and we're all in the same class, and we're all learning what we do with morticians, right? And he's like, yeah, no, this is all fun. This is all great. And it's a little morbid, but like they play around with the dead bodies, right?
Jesus.
Like they're learning in class. They're all learning a dead body. He's making like one of the mouths moving, like, "Hey Jimmy, I died from a head concussion."
Yeah.
Or whatever, or
As one does.
but I had it coming because like I was a bad guy or whatever,
Jesus.
right? Like something stupid like that, right? And one night they get dude really drunk, right?
Okay.
And then they get Peter Petrelli really drunk.
Yeah, just auto attack. What are you doing?
And Peter Petrelli is like it's not Dane Cook, but it looks like Dane Cook in my head.
Okay.
Dane Cook's like, hey man, you want to know the secrets of the universe?
Cool.
Yeah, and he's like, yeah man, anything with you. You guys are great. And they lead him to the shadiest part of town, to the shadiest building. They pay a dude. They bring him in, and they're like, all right, man, go find them. And they throw him into a room with a prostitute, right? And this prostitute is like, just, I don't remember if she was just very old or very like methed up. You know what I mean? Like I can't remember what it is, but she does not look good, right? And what's worse is the room that they're having like the action in, that they put him in, is like there's a kid in there who's the kid of the prostitute.
What the fuck?
Yeah, like it was very like, oh, what the fuck? And I think the kid was also methed up, like,
Jesus.
you know what I mean?
Okay.
And he was like, oh, what the fuck? And he gets the fuck out of there, right? And he goes to school back to the next day. And he's like, and he goes to Dane Cook comes in and he's like, so how was the secrets of the universe? And he's like, what the fuck's wrong with you guys? I don't even know what the fuck that was all about. And their next like body, they what's it called? They're examining that day is the prostitute.
Oh shit.
Right? And he's like, oh, what the fuck? And Dane Cook's like, what's wrong, man? He's like, is this? He's like, it's what? And then after class, he's like, yeah, that was totally the prostitute from last night, dude. Like, we got her off the streets. She was giving AIDS to everybody, dude. It was crazy. We got her before the police did.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dane Cook, no.
Or something like that, right?
Right.
Something bad like that. He's like, so this is what we do. And he's like, what? He's like, so what we do is we kill people, and we know how to get away with it because we're morticians. We know how to not leave any fingerprints at all. Do you want to know?
Jesus.
Like, do you want in? You're a cool dude. We want to know if you want in.
You're a cool dude.
Right? And freaking Carmen Electra, or that's who I think it is, goes up to him. He's like, hey, I think you're hot. You should really do this. We could become angels of death for this vile city, or whatever the fuck. And Peter Petrelli's like, fuck no, you guys are psychopaths.
Yeah. A normal response.
And then he witnesses a crime, and he's like, okay, I want in, but I get to choose the target.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jesus.
The later half of the movie is just literally a
Killfest.
montage of, yeah, we're stopping
Yeah,
crime.
man.
We are the angels of God. We're having sex on top of the slab table thing. And then Peter Petrelli finally comes back to his senses. Like, no, I can't do this anymore. Like, I didn't... Because now it's becoming the, hey, it's time to graduate. I'm going to leave. And the other people's like, you don't leave. We're going to do this forever.
Oh. Does it pay?
Yes.
Oh, well.
Yes.
I mean, career...
And Peter Petrelli's like, no, I'm out. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, plus, you guys could have all told me we were all sleeping with Carmen Electra.
It's Carmen Electra, dude.
So I think Peter Petrelli's doing his last crime, right? He's like, all right, this will be my last one because I need the money or whatever, right?
Okay.
And while that's going on, right, like, it's this sex scene between Dane Cook and Carmen Electra on, like, top of a roof, and they brought a dead body with them or something, and I don't remember what it is, why they brought the dead body. I think they were having sex on top of it, or something. I don't remember what, but I do remember that she brings in acupuncture needles, right? And Dane Cook's like splayed out on the rooftop, right? And she's like going up and she's got the needles, and then right, like just starts stabbing him right here, right, just like multiple times. And Dane Cook's like, ah, yeah, right. and meanwhile, Peter Petrelli is like doing his last crime or whatever, and it's just scenes coming back and forth between the two, right? Some very like movie magic shit, right? And like when Peter Petrelli finally does the last kill or something like that, like the sex is just getting weirder and like more violent, or like either Carmen Electra is like punching Dane Cook in the face, and also like doing that with all the needles, like rubbing his with all the needles, and it's just
sweet and sour.
Like I'm definitely like looking at this entire time going like, fuck, this is crazy. And it wasn't until years later that I found out, like, people like this shit. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is normal. Alright, so this movie isn't that bad anyway. Oh, you know what it was? I think it was directed by the same person who did The Human Centipede.
Okay. You ever see Human Centipede?
I have not, no. So, yeah, that's... It cuts to Peter Petrelli years later, right? Where he's now teaching.
At the place where he was killing people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? He's now the teacher. And he's like, hey, yo, you know, this needs to be the most... We are not angels of death. We are here to make sure that these guys are put in front of everyone, in front of their loved ones, so that way they, you know, they can give them a proper burial.
Yeah.
And he's like, all right, look, we're going to start with lesson 1 because, like, you know, I was also a student at this academy, and I've climbed my way to make sure that things are done correctly, right? And the movie ends with him uncovering the body, and it's Dane Cook.
Stabbed a bunch of times from...
No. This was after that.
Oh,
remember, because he wanted out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is like years later.
And he came back?
Yeah, he came back.
Why did he leave then?
What?
Why did he leave then?
No, because he wanted to become a teacher. He didn't want to become a mortician, but then he was like, nah, fuck it, I'm gonna be a teacher again.
But at the same place with the murderer people? Who said they were never leaving?
Yep. And he came back and killed Dane Cook.
Damn. It's a vicious circle. Did it end with Linkin Park?
What song?
What I've done.
Nah.
Oh my god.
it probably ended with if I had to choose, it'd probably end with Giving Up.
Ah.
Like you kind of hear the with the All right, class, let's begin, and then. You know what I mean?
Oh wow, that movie fucking sucked.
Oh, but that ending was really good.
Yeah, that ending slaps.
I like how we're just talking about movies that we think we know.
Yeah,
what if that's not at all what happens?
Only Dane Cook was the murderer.
Oh my god.
It's funny how our brains work.
What?
It's like, yo, hey,
I saw that movie once. Okay, to be fair.
But like, you think of something like that, right? And it's like, okay, yeah, I can recite Metal Gear forwards and backwards to you, because my brain has just literally recorded every bit of that game.
Right.
Movies and TV shows like Avatar, I can tell you everything that happens in Avatar, episode to episode.
But something about The Great Divide, the best episode ever.
No, it's a bad episode.
It's a good episode. It's so good.
It's really not.
It really is.
It's Aang out of character.
It's Aang doing the right thing.
No. Okay, yes, he does do the right thing, but
oh, well, then that's all that matters. Doesn't matter whether you like it or not. You're gonna lie to this religious group about their founder.
It's not even religion.
It's super religion.
No, it's not. They're from different tribes.
Why are they crossing the valley?
Why are they crossing the valley?
Yeah.
Because they're trying to get to Ba Sing Se.
No, they're not. They do that as a festival, I thought.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. That's what makes it the best episode ever.
It's not a festival. These people are literally crossing for their lives, which is why the person who's like, yo, hey, I'm gonna fucking take you guys through, the guide, is like, don't bring fucking food because there's bugs in here. And they're like,
and because of our stupid religion, we have to bring food.
No. No. They're just rich, prissy assholes.
What a good episode.
That's really not. But you know what? I'll take 1 out of 61.
I told you about... I don't know if we talked about it here on this playthrough, but did I tell you about Telefortura? The all-day Mexican movie
the 4-hour
channel?
game show? Yeah.
4 hour... No.
But like there's interviews and all that other stuff?
No, that's Salvador Gigante.
Oh.
No. I'm talking about Telefortura. So Telefortura is a... I don't think they exist anymore, was an all-day movie channel that was in Spanish.
Okay.
And they would show both, like, oh, here are just Mexican movies, like Cantinflas.
I think you told me this in the car.
Oh, did I?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I feel like I remember you saying this when we were going to your parents' place.
Oh, okay. But
because this is how you saw, like, a lot of classics.
yeah, I saw Enter the Dragon in Spanish, but I can't tell you what the fuck happens other than a lot of people die.
Yeah.
I remember there was a cool one where like a dude threw a sword at a wall and there was a girl behind it and he got the girl and I was like, oh, how did he know? Oh, so that girl is super dead.
That girl is dead as fuck.
And I told you I watched a lot of horror movies on that channel too, right? Okay. There's one horror movie I want to go back and see to see what the fuck happened, right? Because, like, it wasn't scary, but it was definitely, like, what's the plot? Like, I don't get the plot. Basically, like, I think this is how it ends, or it's somewhere in the middle, but it's basically about a dude who comes to investigate a town, and there were people being turned into violent monsters, right? And they would go on a rampage and like kill people or something like that, right? And he would go to town and he figured out, oh, and it's coming towards Halloween. He found out that, oh, the factory that's making the masks are making these masks that combine with your face and make you violent creatures.
JoJo?
I guess, right?
That sounds a little familiar. Okay.
That's all I remember from it. I also want to see Gremlins 2, because I've never seen that in English. And I've only seen it once.
Oh, Gremlins. It's a good movie. It's not a bad movie. It's a
What
cop.
about 2? Have you seen 2?
Yeah.
Is it also good?
It's okay.
Is it better than the first? Okay, if it's
No.
okay, if it's equal to, then I'm okay with that. That's like
It's
me
less
knowing
than
that the
or
Harry
equal
Potter. That's like me knowing that Harry Potter Chamber of Secrets is just the reskin of Harry Potter 1.
It should be. I mean, I'd hope so.
PS1 is the one I'm talking about. Because I need that clarification.
The Game Boy, the RPG Game Boy one is going to be a little different, eh?
That one will be very fun to play. Did you know that,
Did you know?
so the Game Boy Color Chamber of Secrets, right, had, the Dueling Club? Do you know about that?
No.
You know what the Dueling Club is?
I know what the Dueling Club
When does
is.
it come in?
That comes in... 5? 3
No,
or 5?
That's
3 or 5?
That's Order of the Phoenix. It's Order of the Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, it's when he fights Malfoy.
Yeah. That was 2.
Oh, it was it 2. Oh,
That was
yeah,
2,
that was
because
2.
that's when we find out that Harry
Is partial tongue.
is parcel tongue,
Oh my god, yeah, that was early.
right? So the Dueling Club.
He fights Malfoy a lot, man, okay?
He does. So, in that point, right? There's a special part in the Game Boy game that you can miss, right? And it's the Dueling Club, right? And I think it's only accessible before you activate the final part of the game. When you go, like, before you go into the Chamber of Secrets, right? Because before you go into the Chamber of Secrets, you have to talk to Lockhart. You have to kill Lockhart, or you have to, like, stop him. What happens before Lockhart? Oh, it's after the Polyjuice Potion, I think.
Okay.
Right? So before you go confront Lockhart, there's an area behind the entrance statue that you can go into, and it's like, hey, it's our secret club, right? You get to face all years of the students.
Is it the Room of Requirement?
No, is it?
I mean, that sounds like that's
Oh,
what
that
it is.
is the room of requirement, isn't it?
That sounds like what it would be.
But in the second game,
Maybe, I don't know.
was the 5th book already out?
Probably.
I don't remember. But anyway. So in that room, you get to fight like 10 different people, right? And they all have their like different things they do. Like they either have high attack, they poison you, or whatever. I was never able to defeat the last 3, right? And the last 3, you're already at the end of the game. I was never able to figure out how you beat them.
Who were they?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think they were just generic, oh, hey, we're 6 years, or whatever.
Oh.
You know? It wasn't like, oh, it's Ronnie and Tommy Weasley twins, whatever their names are. Shit, what's their names? I forgot.
Ronnie and Tommy.
Hold on, don't say it. I forget.
Ronnie and Tommy.
Shit, what's his name?
Is Ron one of those twins?
No, but who is it?
So
What's
there's
her name?
Ron and a Ronnie?
No, shut the fuck up. There's Ron, Percy, Ginny, and then the twins.
One's a G, one's an F.
Fred and George?
There you go.
Okay, see, that's forgettable. That's why they have generic names. That's not my fault. Nobody heard Ginny before. No one's heard Percy before. Percy's such a pretentious name, and he's pretentious, so that works.
He works for dragons.
He does. He does work with dragons. He works in Romania, which I thought was a fictional place up until like high school.
Why does that not surprise me? All right, Miguel, we got 30 seconds left of this episode.
Okay.
Do we want to just get the fucking kills off screen? Because we've been here for 5 hours now.
No, let's do it again. No, I like these conversations of us.
I just wanted you guys to know.
I'm getting carpal tunnel from my thumb, but I'm enjoying our talks.
All right, you guys. Well, I guess that'll do it for this episode of Coffee Table Sirs Plays Final Fantasy IX, the Bloodlust Podcast, Part 5.
Okay, bye.
We'll see you next time in Part 6. Hopefully it's not another full hour.
I hope you guys have a good day and stay golden.
Stay golden, Pony Boy.
It's going to be a trivia question one day. You're gonna
Yeah,
like, okay, I'm glad Miguel told me this one. Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, bye.